All right, Leah, if you want to kick us off, let's do this.
Alrighty. And we're back. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Laid on the Table podcast. You know, it's your girl Leah the Doll here. And you know what? It's just me and Steven L, aka what?
Cowboy Steve in the house.
Okay, Cowboy Steve in the house. ATM Cowboy right over here. So it's been a minute, but we're back with it. We're going to be discussing a few topics, giving our thoughts, you know, what we usually do in this month. So let's go ahead and get started. What do we got
Let's
going
get
on?
into it. So in this world of craziness and all these crazy guys who just I don't know. I guess they just wake up and they just don't think about nothing and they just have fun. Which
They
I've
wake
been
up and
there.
choose violence as they
They
would say.
choose they choose violence. I've been there. I think we've had many discussions when I was in my 20s. I chose violence all day, every day. So
Hmm.
let's get into it.
See,
So yeah,
let's do it.
this one's gonna be crazy.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. Come on, bro. If the nigga ain't demonstrating for hustle, this is what I'm telling you. Don't come over here. Don't come over here trying to then guess what? Go do something and come back. Get cracking and come back. That's what I said, bro.
I feel like someone's about to get punched in 2 seconds.
Not good.
It ain't hollering at me. A nigga disrespect, bro. You do what you supposed to. Who disrespect, bro, to me? Don't nobody disrespect, bro. Any nigga that disrespect, bro, when you in their presence, you better smash. In their presence, ain't nobody disrespected, bro, in my prison. I'm talking on the internet. When you see it, that internet shit is weak, bro. When you see it, get cracked. When you see it, get cracked. I can't tell. You know what's happening. I can't tell, nigga. You know what's happening. I can't tell.
having a black Sam.
I can't tell. You really doing it.
Lego having a black Sam.
The guy kind of looks like Nipsey Hussle. Who's that?
You not. I don't fuck with a nigga either, nigga. Nigga be on my motherfucking line, nigga.
Dang. Okay, so that was Black Sam. That was Nipsey Hussle's brother.
Wow. And
So
I'm
they
all
just
like, oh my God, who is that? He looks like Nipsey Hussle.
he does. Hey, he's spitting image of Nipsey Hussle with glasses on.
Oh my God, they're gonna rip me to shreds. I'm like, bitch. That's his
Well,
brother. That's why he looks like Nipsey.
yep,
Hello.
that
Oh
was
my
Black
God.
Sam. So basically, they
Yeah,
just
what happened?
opened.
Give me the backstory because it
I
is.
got you. I got you. So they just opened up. I believe it's like Marathon Burgers, right? So the
Mhm.
name of Nipsey Hussle. They're opening all these businesses up. They've had them, and they're opening more up in the name of Nipsey. I think they're living in Nipsey's dream. Because this is
Mhm.
what he wanted to do. So that guy that showed up, he's a Crip as well. He basically he allowed
Mhm.
Whack 100 to go on record and blatantly disrespect Nipsey Hussle. So he shows up to their burger spot right on grand opening, and the Nipsey wasn't have or Black Sam wasn't having it. He was just like, "Bro, you got to go." He goes, "That's why he was saying." He goes, "You should have slapped the shit out of anybody that's disrespecting Nipsey's name. You should slap the shit out of them, and you didn't do that. And now
Mhm.
you're here trying to act like it's all good."
Right,
So
right.
they basically grabbed him and like walked him across the street like a child because they're
Yeah,
like, "You are not welcome here."
yeah. I mean, I get it, but there's like the nerve to even show up. Like
Right. Yep.
you just had to have known that something was gonna go down like that. Like regardless.
But the kicker is this: that same guy that they did this with, his name's like, oh man, what is it? It's like Crip something 20. It's like some numbers and shit, right?
Right, right, right. It's like a
Um,
fake Instagram page. That's what it sounds
right.
like.
It looks like yeah,
Three,
exactly.
four, five, seven, eight. Like, who are you?
Exactly. Looks like a damn fake,
Like,
like a
hello.
bot account. And basically he's suing now for he's suing them because he said that was kidnapping because they said they grabbed him and moved him 15 feet. So now he's trying to sue Black Sam and tell him that was kidnapping.
Kidnapping. Oh my goodness. What the fuck?
Yeah. So you're supposed to be this gangster, this Crip out of LA.
Crip 35678. What's going on?
Exactly, right? You you show up, and you and the other thing is too, did you recognize the hat that he had on? It said the brand of Nipsey was at the Marathon TMC, the Marathon clothing.
Yeah, right.
So that was a knockoff hat on top of it all. Yeah, it just gets worse and worse for that guy.
He had the nerve to first off
Yep.
show the fuck up. No, first off, let's rewind it. The nerve to not defend, right?
Yep.
The nerve to show up in a fake TMC hat.
Yep.
And now he wants to pursue legal matters.
Kidnapping, by the way, kidnapping.
Kidnapping, right? Kidnapping.
Yep.
Fucking kidnapping.
Kidnapping.
Oh yeah, he's done for. He's done
Yep.
for.
Yep.
He's done for.
So Gangster Crip 1947-875, you know, whatever his name is. Whatever his bot name is. Yeah.
I
He
cannot believe-
Yep, he said, you moved me 15 feet, I'm screaming kidnapping. And you know, I feel like you know, but you know what though? Black Sam said it best. He goes, if you're really were Nipsey's guy, if you're really for the family, he goes, you would have slapped the shit out of anybody talking bad about Nipsey. And he didn't.
Yeah.
He allowed Whack 100 to go, mind you, to go on No Jumper and blatantly disrespect Nipsey Hussle.
That's crazy. I mean,
Yep.
Then it's the kidnapping that's insane for me. Like, not assault, kidnapping.
Nope.
That's like extreme.
Because
That's
you see,
extreme.
hey, no. Now that you know that that's Black Sam, now I was reading some comments, and the comments were filled full of nice young ladies saying, "Damn, Black Sam can get it after this video." Now you know what, Black Sam is looking pretty good after this one.
Hold the fuck on. So wait, now he has fucking fans, women
Yep.
who are like, he can get it.
Yep.
See, and that's why we will never learn. You want to go after the guy who's being fucking punked, who's a pussy.
No. They're going after Black Sam. The girls want Black Sam because he stood 10 toes against Crip 1947, whatever.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Hold on. I was like, that is so backwards. That's so hard time right now.
No, that
Never
doesn't
mind,
surprise
never
me
mind.
either. There might be
Never
a
mind.
few stragglers. There might be a few stragglers that might be for
Okay, I
your
was like, there's
opposition.
no way there's women out there who, after a guy is screaming kidnap, is like, they're like, oh yeah, I want to have
Right.
relations with him. That's insane. But okay.
Now, Leah, with you watching that and you seeing Black Sam just in the moment, standing 10 toes down, what do you think about him now? How do you feel about Black Sam?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know too much about him and, you know, things like that. But I mean, I'm for it. I'm fucking for it. Like, I know that's right. Like, do that shit because at the end of the day, that's your Nipsey Hussle was your brother, and anyone who let someone else trash talk someone who's done so much for the community, and just let alone just done amazing things while he was here. Yeah, I love that. Fucking punk the shit out of these motherfuckers. I feel that way. Yeah, I'm for it. Do
See,
it.
Black Sam's a bigger man than I am and more patient than I am because I would have snuck that dude right in the mouth. I couldn't. I would let my anger get the best of me.
It's on site. It's on site when I see it. Like, you
Yep.
won't even make it 2 feet down the street. Like, it's done. Yeah. So
Right.
for him to have so much restraint like that, just given, you know, his brother being gone and just all the things I've been, you know, said and whatever around the situation, like, kudos for him because that, man, if it was someone
My
else,
anger-
I'm pretty sure, yeah, that guy would have been.
Well, you know, and that brings me to Whack 100 too. You know, it's just like you know, from where I stand, I remember when that interview dropped, and I remember when he was blatantly disrespecting Nipsey Hussle, and I remember Blueface started laughing about it because he was sitting in there with him, and he was laughing about the shit that Whack 100 was saying, and it's a known thing. Blueface is a Crip. Nipsey Hussle was a Crip. I don't know, like the shit with the I don't know. The shit's just getting weird. This new generation of people is just getting weird.
It is. And you know what's crazy? Like, I have these like daily talks with myself. It's crazy. I might seem insane, but I'm not, I promise. Um, and I'll just sit there and I'm like, damn, like, of course, like this generation is just kind of just completely just done for mentally. Like, if you look at how like people carry themselves, their mindsets back then as opposed to now, it's like, how the fuck are we gonna survive this world? Like, how are they gonna like? I mean, well, this granted, this is what they're used to, but it's just like
Oh yeah.
I was just thinking about like in the men aspect. I'll be having little epiphanies when it comes to men's personalities, man. And earlier today, just actually, I was like, you know what? I had a huge epiphany. I was like, okay, the men these days, not all of them, okay, not all of them, so don't come for me. Some of them act like princesses, right? But no, this is what I'm gonna say. Fuck it. So they act like princesses, right? And they want you to fucking chase after them on top of that. But if you look at the men back then, they were so manly and so supportive and so about, being a man, yet they hated when women was on their case like that.
Right.
Like they would hate because I base off my logic when it comes to men, especially now, and now I had an epiphany and I was gonna totally change. But anyways, I realized like because my thinking was okay, don't bug a man too much because he hate like men hate women who just all up on them, all up like just want to be in their skin. But I just realized like the men who wants to be princesses, they want to be chased.
They want that. Yep.
And so I'm like, wait, okay, I get it now. So now I get why they want to be chased, and the men that, are the way they are from, their generation were like that because they were getting to it so much. They're working, working, working. And a woman wants to be all up under her man and basically wants him to stay at home and, but complains about him not providing it or him, she wants this or she needs that. But it's crazy because it just all makes sense now. Like, I don't know how the fuck I just came up with this like earlier today, but I was at work and I was getting some coffee and I was like, I had like a Raven moment. I was like, I get it now. I get it. I get it. It makes perfect sense. But yeah, it's just the difference in generations. Like it blows my mind, but
Yeah.
mm,
Trust me. I see these young guys running around. I'm not saying I'm an old person, but I see
yeah,
these let
but
me say
like
these
a different
younger
generation.
guys. Right. I
Right.
see this
Different
younger
generation.
generation running around and I'm like, man, I was like, I don't know how, and I'm a guy saying this. I was like, I don't know how women can put up with these little fuckers.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a
I would,
mindset thing. Like it's
yeah,
just I don't know. I don't know where it happened to where things have kind of fell apart with parenting and just being raised or whatever the case may be. But
right.
yeah, it's like the last of the Mohicans. Like, that's
You
done.
know, I'm so old school though, because I come from that era of well, raised by people who come from the era of like work from sun up till
Mhm.
sundown, be the provider,
Yeah,
do all these things, keep it simple,
provide.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And I see some of these younger guys, and they're just like, no, I want this, I want to play these games because I want these bitches to like, I want to stress them out. I want them to know like I'm the prize. I'm like, wait, whoa,
What?
what?
And you
Whoa,
know
what?
what? And you know what's crazy? Like I can understand a guy wanting to feel appreciated. 100%.
Sure,
That's
sure,
totally valid. Philip, you deserve to feel appreciated, of course. But why should you feel appreciated if you're not even doing shit in the first place? You want to seem
right.
like you're the prize. Yeah, you're not doing anything. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So it's just, and then I don't know, the whole 50-50 thing, like I was very much for that just because I was in a relationship where we both believe 50-50. That's just where my mindset was at the time.
Right.
But don't expect me to work a 10-hour shift and then still want to cook for you, want to do all the dirty things with you and all the shit you require, and I'm still busting my fucking ass. Like, you can't. Like, if you want to fuck with a boss bitch, allow her to be a boss bitch,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
just face the fact that you gotta just, if she's tired, she's tired. Like, I, you know what I mean? Like, there's moments I'm so freaking tired, and you expect me to do X, Y, and Z. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's just, it's so much, and I don't think like people take that into into account, especially a woman who's always working and always on the go. It just, I don't know, but that's their mindset. They want you to be a boss bitch, but still be wifey material, like 1,000%. Like, still cook, still clean, which is valid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, you want to make sure your house is clean, like the house is clean, or whatever the case may be. But having all these expectations and not keeping into mind that, like, damn, I just fucking, I work every fucking day, 10 hours a day, like, and it's not like you're making it easier for me. You know what I mean? So it's just all these expectations and not putting forth anything. That's all I'm saying. Like, expecting
Well,
everything and you're not doing anything at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
well, Leah, I think you're on to something because I think a lot of men have been influenced by a certain individual that goes by Future.
Hmm.
And he's been in some hot water lately. So let's get into
I have some thoughts
let's
on that too. And you
yep,
know what? Yeah, I have a lot of
let's
stuff on that for sure.
let's go through this experience right now.
Let's do it.
Threatening to have my page deleted.
Bro, don't worry.
Don't text my phone. Don't text. Excuse me?
Bro, I don't know you, bro.
Stop.
Know you. I don't
Listen,
know you,
at the end of the day,
I
I
love this
promise
place.
you, on my life, on everything in my life. All you had to do was shut the, all you had to do, you keep it with me over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're gonna learn. I promise you. Because I can teach you.
Lord.
You know, that's where that's it's like cattle, right? When you let your cattle roam and you don't put fences up and you don't keep them in, they do what they want. They start knocking shit down, they start breaking everything, and then the neighbors are calling, and it's all chaos. And in
I
this
don't,
case,
yeah.
you leave a trail of broken women behind. You don't handle your shit. You don't get your shit together. And guess what? They're instead of calling your neighbors, they're go online and they're telling the entire world.
And you know what? Like, first off, I'm going to just say it's Future. It's not Barack Obama.
And
So
it's
just
future. That's where you've got it. You hit it right on the
come
head. It's fucking
on.
future.
Like, it's Future. Do you hear his music? He's been the same F boy since before Sierra. Sierra, like, you cannot seriously expect something very serious out of Future unless he decides to marry your ass. First off.
Right.
Second off, this whole exposing people with status thing, I don't agree with whatsoever. And I'm gonna tell you why. One, it's like if you're dealing with someone and you genuinely fucked with them at the time, you would never go later on after something has happened to expose them. That means you just never really fucked with them or like them or love them in the first place. And that's why I don't believe in, talking about people after, maybe we ended a friendship or a relationship. I don't go online talking about it because I, at one point, loved and fucked with this person. So I'm never gonna go and expose them and tell their secrets and all of that crazy shit. And I just don't get that. Like, what did she get out of that? Like, what do you get out of doing that?
Clout.
What did you get? And you're
Clout.
not beating the allegations of cloud because one, she had that thing with Lotto.
Yep.
That happened, right? And then now, and I get it, you want to tell your story, but why do you want to tell your story for? Like, it wasn't even a real story to be like, so this is what's going on with me. And like, it was just a random, like, I just want to talk about it and want people to know that, I fuck with Future. And yes, she did mention that, it was going to be exposed anyway off a show because some other girl talked about it in the confessional. But still, it's just like, what, like, I don't know. When I fuck with people with status, like, I believe in privacy, one, and number two, like, if you know what they're about, why even try to take them seriously unless they put a ring on your finger?
Right. Well,
I mean,
I
other
think
than that, they're
she,
free game. Like they're free to the public, and Future
I,
is for the public.
I think she got a little taste of her 15-minute fame with the whole lotto thing, and when that died down, I think she was like, you know what, I've got to get creative.
Yeah.
Let me get creative here. She's probably thinking to herself, all right, this, that, all right, I fuck with this person. I'm over here hoeing on that person. I'm doing this shit. She's like, oh, got it. Future. Let me fucking get this shit popping off with Future. Because that's
That's
gonna bring me
crazy.
right back to another 15 minutes of fame. And she's got it.
Right.
She's got it
Right.
now.
Like what? I just don't get what you gain out of that. Like I don't know. And maybe, like I said, this generation is different. And then she was calling him grandpa. She was calling him grandpa. And Future's like what? 40 in his 40s?
I think he's early 40. Listen, if you be
When
considered a
was 40
grandpa,
old? Like I'm confused.
right? I feel like if I'm not 40 yet, God, I'm scared to get there, you know. But as we all are getting closer in our 30s into 40s, if I'm getting considered a grandpa in my 40s, man,
Damn.
I fuck that shit. I'm like, yo, let me show you grandpa, motherfucker.
Okay, because I'll show you fucking grandpa. I'll show you grandpa for sure. But no, it's just you
that's
don't get that.
ridiculous.
No, that's you're breaking the code. Like if you dealing with somebody with status, like you don't go and talk about them. You don't want to talk about their business, no matter what. You're just
Never.
ruining that for you. But at the end of the day, again, you got people who are just wanting. They see people who have money, and that's all they want. You
Yep.
didn't really fuck with him in the first place. It's the money that made you like, oh, and the status and the celebrity that made you like, oh, and Future chose me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ride this. I'm gonna ride it till I can't no more. But it's like that's all you get if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you gravitated towards in the first place, that's what you're going to get only. You're not going to get anything deeper than that. So I just feel like just be fucking smart, ladies. Be fucking smart. And stop worrying and trying to be involved with a man with status and money just for that reason. Because it's not going to get you anywhere. I promise. It's not going to get you anywhere. It
Never.
makes no fucking sense.
Look at
Yes,
Cat
want to go
Stacks.
after people with their shit together? Of course, absolutely. Like, don't get it fucked up. I'm not going to deal with someone who doesn't have their shit together. But I'm also not going to chase after someone just for the simple fact that they have money and status. It's just not going to happen. I really just get my own shit. So if anything happens like this shit right here, I have my shit to fall back on, not someone else's shit. And then now I got to figure out what's my next move. Who's the next person? Who's the next
Right.
person with status I got to hop on? It's just insane.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you because it's like I feel like you remember the early days of Cat Stacks.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
no, Cass, she's a legend though. Like her shit
Yeah.
was more like funny. And I just feel like, I don't know. Did you feel like most of it was real? I feel like a lot of it was fake. I feel like a lot of them went with it because they wanted to be get back in the media or like be relevant again or something. I don't
Right.
know. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I've got a good Cat Stacks story.
Okay.
I think her experiences were real, but all right. So my Cat Stacks story, right, is her phone number got leaked. I think at the time I was like 20 years old, and World Star was this big thing, and you go on the website, you'd watch all the crazy shit that World Star was popping off with,
Mhm.
and then something happened, and Cat Stacks' phone number got leaked. So I took it upon myself. I was like, man, I'm gonna call this girl. I got the phone number. I'm just because I just want to ask her questions, right? So I call her. She, to my surprise, she answered, right?
Mhm.
And Cat Stacks way. It was very loud, very like all this shit, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I know this ain't some bullshit. This is definitely Cat
Right. This is
Stacks.
a
I'm on
real
the phone
deal.
with her.
Mhm.
So I was like, Cat, what it was when the Soldier Boy thing happened with the whole cocaine and his dick. She said his dick couldn't get hard, all that kind of shit, right?
Hey, I forgot about that. That was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. And so like I asked, I said, Cat, why are you exposing all these guys for? Why are you why are you doing them dirty like this? And then she started going on this whole tangent about Waka Flocka and how in love she was and all this shit. And I was just like,
My goodness.
I was like, damn. I was like, okay. So for me, I'm like, okay. I felt like, yeah, you think about today's world, right? You think about all the Diddy shit, you think about all the other crazy shit that's going on, right? And you think back to Cat Stacks. I truly believe that everything she talked about and what she experienced was definitely the truth. But what she did was she put a twist on it. She made the shit
Right.
funny. She made it laughable.
Capitalists.
And I feel like that's what these bitches today are missing. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, you got Future that you're fucking and all this other thing, but make it funny. That's the thing about it. Like, you want your little
Okay.
15 minutes of fame, that's cool and all, but make the shit funny. Like,
Right.
like make the
Entertain
shit
us.
funny.
Entertain us.
Right. Like, he's like he said, he's like, I fucked your bitch in Gucci flip flops. I don't know, counter that shit. Like, do something where like that you got fucked by some Gucci flip flops. I don't fucking know, but
Right.
like,
He,
do
one time, we was in the shower and like something funny to where it like correlates with his shit. Like, but no, it's
all I
just
know is
drama.
these hoes out here need to get creative. Y'all listen, hoes. Serious conversation, hoes.
Listen from an ATM cowboy. Listen
Yeah,
up.
listen. I may be a crazy.
Uh-oh. I think he disconnected. But anyways, look, ladies, look. It's okay to want somebody with status, but at the same time, don't go after that. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. I was just telling them it's okay to
Yeah,
want
that was
people's
weird.
status, but don't go after that. Do it because you really like them, not because of
That's right.
status.
It's
You
like,
need to get your own fucking money. Get your own money. Make your own
God
way.
damn it.
You want clout? Make it fucking
And as I
useful.
was saying,
Make it useful.
and listen, whores, be funny. God damn it. Be
Be
funny
funny.
about this shit. Make it hilarious.
Guys love funny bitches. Guys love funny bitches. Make it funny. He'll probably
Yeah,
forget your ass and be
it's
like, this bitch
okay.
is funny. I can't even be mad
Like,
at her.
right. If you want more than 15 minutes of fame, just be funny about this shit. Just go back to 2010, watch what Cat Stacks did,
They
learn,
didn't do their
study
homework.
it,
That's what
then
it
come
is.
back.
Go study, do your homework on cat sex, and then come back. Because that girl was, she was in the game for a long time doing that silly shit, and it worked for her because it was like unheard of at the time. Like the way she was doing it. Yeah, I'll give it up to her for that. Like, I'm not for the exposing, but I give it up to her for making that a long run because she set the tone for all these hoes for them. She set the standard for exposing
Absolutely.
celebrities,
Absolutely.
people with status. Yeah, she did that. I'll give it her. She did that. She did that. But yeah.
She did. But let's get into this. I do know this. If it wasn't, we'll get into a guy who has gotten a little bit of trouble before when it came to females,
Mhm.
and he is now our current president. So let's see what he's got to say.
Thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
If you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can.
not.
Be checking shit.
Isn't.
No,
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I,
You have a damn
we-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President. And we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
allowed.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
allowed.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military
presidents.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
presidents.
but they had to use our military.
What about West
If you
Virginia?
didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over
in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that
thank
there,
you to American people.
accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on
I
over
understand,
there.
sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers.
Well
Tell
done.
him. Because you got me fucked up.
Well done.
You want more money from our country that's coming out of our pockets. No, not happening. I stand by him. Look, I don't stand by everything he says and he does, but I stand by him. In that instance, he was clocking shit. He was checking shit for real. What do you think about that, Steve? I know you got a lot of political knowledge and, opinions. How do you feel about that clip?
I mean, I think as Americans, we've watched a lot of crazy shit happen over the past, 4 years of our money just going out the doors, not really understanding exactly where it's going. And I think we had a hope for where it was going, but obviously, we're finding out. And that man right there, Zelensky, I believe his name is, just wants more money because in my true opinion, I think his wife and him have talked about it. And they said, hey, listen, we love our mansions. We love our yacht. But I think I want a different designed yacht. So you need to go to America, let them know that, like, hey, I think some more Russians are shooting at us. So we need another $10 billion. So, and we'll use $1 billion for whatever else we need, and then $9 billion. Let's get our other yacht that's got this beautiful design with famous artists' artwork inside of it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
And who knows? Maybe Zelensky's wife has got great taste in designing interiors of yachts, and maybe she's onto something. Maybe it needs $9 billion to design it out. Hey, you can't knock a woman with good taste, I guess.
You can't. You can't at all. I agree with that.
It costs to be a boss. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does cost to be a boss and look this good. Yeah, no, but fuck that. No.
I just know I just don't think I want my tax money that I have to work very hard for paying for. Maybe she's into Van Gogh. Maybe she's like, I need some Van Gogh artwork over here, and I need some Picasso over there. That shit does get expensive.
It does, but not on my fucking dime. No. Absolutely not. No.
Never.
Not on America's dime. Are you nuts?
I can imagine their talks. He comes home, maybe he comes home from this whole American visit, doesn't secure more money, and she's probably just spazzing the fuck out. And she's like, God damn it. I just bid it on this Van Gogh. How the fuck are we going to pay for this Van Gogh?
She's probably like, I'm fucking hungry. I want a snack. Give me a country.
An island. She's like, throw a fucking island in on it. I'm pissed off. Give me an island.
Give me a fucking island today or else that's it. I'm taking everything for what you got.
She's like, I'm done, and I'm gonna go with the president of France because his wife is
How
a
about
trans.
that? How would you
So,
like that?
how
I'm
about
gonna
that?
leave your ass for the president of France.
Yep. And we'll for another time, but we'll get into the president of France and his wife because apparently she's not a woman.
Shut up. Well, I mean, it's France.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe the president of France is like, you know what? They're finding out that my wife is actually a man. Maybe I should get women. And maybe Zelensky's wife saw opportunity there. She's like, hey, listen, Zelensky, go and secure more money because I need this second yacht. If I don't get this second yacht, I'm going to go over there with the president of France because I'm sure he's tired of sleeping with a man, and I'm a real woman. and
Right.
I got real needs. So get it together. Get it to. She's like, get it the fuck together.
Come on, or else I'm gone. But you know what's crazy? Like France, like to the French people, I'm sure that's never a surprise because they've always been so open with sex and sexuality and since the dark ages. I don't fucking know. So that being the case is not a surprise. It wouldn't be a surprise, but I love my French people, but they've always been so open, so to speak. That's
Oh,
the
that's true. You know
lack
what? As
of
a
better
kid,
term for them.
remember the skunk? Remember the skunk who was always chasing after the cat?
Hmm.
I can't remember. Was it Pepe Le Pew? Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that cartoon.
They paint the stripe on the cat. Maybe that's what. Oh,
The
maybe
skunk was
that's
French. He was French.
he was French, right? But somehow the cat, she would accidentally get a white stripe painted on her, and he thought she was a skunk. Maybe that's what's going on with the president of France. Maybe because the wife had surgery, he thinks it's a woman, and it's all good. Just like the cartoon thought the cat was a skunk. Same. You know what? Now I get it. All right, now I
Makes
get it.
sense.
Makes sense.
But you know what's crazy? They're so like I watched this YouTuber and I'm gonna say she because I don't know what pronouns, but that she wants to go by. But I don't know if you've seen her on YouTube. She's like, what's her name? Her name is Naomi, right? So she's transgender. But
Okay.
she does this, she goes on Monkey and talks to men and then will like seduce them, flirt with them, and then switch off her woman voice into a man voice. And she'll like the deepest voice and they think it's fake. They think she's AI or some shit. And she tells them that she's a man. It's a series that she has going on. I fucking love watching her. She is hilarious. Like she'll flirt and do all kind of crazy shit and say a lot of crazy sexual innuendos. And then later on, she like, I'm a man, and some of them will still go for her because she's that pretty. Like they're like, I don't care.
Whoa.
You have to watch it. It's on YouTube. She's on YouTube. She streams on Monkey. Oh my god,
Literally at
Naomi.
the end, she's like, "I'm a man," and
Yeah,
how
like
and
she'll
these
change like a very high pitched voice to a very low man, her man voice, her natural voice, and they're like, and some of them are shocked, and some of them are like, whoa, that's cool. And she actually bags most of them, even letting them know that she's a lady boy. So that's what she says. Hmm. And they're like, well, you're so pretty. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So that goes back to your point of, looking, if she looks the part, they don't give a fuck. They're like, well, at least you look like a lady. So,
hey,
you know,
the president of France said, "Put a white stripe on it. We're all good."
we're fine. Exactly. That shit, oh my God, you have to watch it though. Like she tells him straight up. It's hilarious. Hilarious. But anyway.
God, hilariousness.
Mm-mm.
You
Yeah.
know, it's
I watch
and
all kind of shit on YouTube. Sometimes I wonder how I come across things and I'm just like, I come across something once and I'll just continue to watch it.
hey, entertainment's entertainment. Like I said, it
Right.
goes back to these hoes, these ladies of the night that are exposing these men. Make it funny. That's all it is. Just make it funny, and we will watch.
Oh my goodness. Did you hear about what's his name? The one that Cardi's seeing. What's his name?
Oh, Stephon Diggs.
Yes, did you hear about that in Mulan Hernandez?
Yeah, he's in a little bit of he's in a little bit of some stuff there with that one.
Yeah. And it's like, so he's suing her for some
Which
things.
is wild. He's countersuing her because
Mhm.
apparently, he assaulted her and
Mhm.
along those lines at least, like it sounded like some like domestic abuse type stuff.
Right,
And
right.
so he's countersuing because he's just like, no, actually, I'm feeling depressed now and all these things because you're lying on me. So I'm going to sue you because yeah, it's time.
Because it
I'm
was like, because
suing
what
you.
was it? Because he felt like she was trying to extort him, right?
Right. Yep. And the extortion. Yep.
Hmm.
And so it's wild because man, it's he. I think he's got a good team in his corner.
Hmm.
I think they saw the way that Jay-Z handled his case recently, and they're like, that's it. That's what we got to do because this is how we beat this bullshit.
Right, right. Yeah, it's insane. All this exposing and I don't know. It's a lot of that going on right now. And I will say, excuse me, when it comes to that situation, like I could understand if domestic violence is involved just because I know about that. So like, cause there's, you have some people out there like, no, she's lying. Like she's another bop or she's another woman who's just going after his money because, this and that. But at the end of the day, like, I know some women lie about certain shit like that, but it's like, there's proof, like she has documents that backs up that assault and her visiting the hospital.
Right, right.
So, I mean, in
She may
that
be only.
case, I don't feel like it's clout thing. I just feel like it's more, there's a lot going on, especially with the legal shit, to where, some people just get pushed over the edge and they just like, this is what's happening. Like, but, at the same time, you just never know with certain things, I guess. Now, you can't really, it's hard to pinpoint who's telling the truth, who's telling a lie, especially in a case like this. But, like I said, she has those documents to back her up. So it's like it's more on her side. But a lot of people are really going in on her as well. Like, for
Right.
doing this for money and clout and all that.
Well, I think that Stephon Diggs, he's young enough to where it's one of them deals where I think it's going to take him some time to get you number one, get used to the limelight he's in, because number one, he's with Cardi B.
Right,
And
right.
so now he's in a whole nother level of startup now, right?
Mhm. Right,
Because we started the reason we started hearing about Stephon Diggs was because he was the alleged man that Cardi cheated on Offset with while pregnant with him.
right, right.
So a thing that he's going to have to understand is that there is no more of this like, hey, I can get away with these things, I can say this and do this. Your
Mhm,
entire life is under a microscope now because
mhm.
you are a Munson A-lister whose life has been under the microscope for like what, like past like,
Years, like 7, 8 years,
yeah,
damn near.
at least, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think these young guys, they don't, these or young people in general, I don't think they understand. Like when you get with a superstar, you better be prepared and have all your ducks in a row before you get this shit popping because they're
Mhm.
gonna
You're
come
under
for
a
you.
microscope.
You're under a microscope.
That's
They're gonna pop out the fucking woodworks on your ass. They're like, oh wait a minute, you're rich, you're famous. Oh yeah, yeah. This motherfucker did this, and that's how it goes.
yeah, yeah.
That's
And
how
you
it
have to
goes.
just, but you have to know that and be prepared. I mean, come on now. First of all, you're an athlete, right? Second of all, you're dating someone who's like one of the most famous people right now who have been in the media for a long time.
Right.
And third, like, you have this case going on with this other, I don't know what she does for real. To be honest with you, I'm not being funny for her. I know that she's like, she's on social media. I've seen her on social media, but I don't know exactly, you know, if she's a bottle girl or she's, I don't know what she does. But then you got that on top of all of this, all of these other factors. So I don't know. I just hate the whole putting your business on Front Street on, especially on social media. Like it just never ends up really good. And it's just like everyone is in your business. Like you're opening everything to them. So anything you do from here on out, it's still going to be under a microscope regardless. At least if when people keep shit private and the public doesn't know what's going on, like at least,
Right.
you won't be too much under a microscope. But
Hey, them bottle girls, you gotta watch them bottle girls. They some hustlers. They will get you.
no, they are. No, I've heard some stories about some, and I will say, like, not all of them are like that, but I've heard some stories, and I will not say my source, but they really be trying. They be hustling as fuck. Like, they
You know.
really, that's their focus. Their focus.
I mean,
But
listen,
to each
the
their
hustle.
own. To each their own. Do what you do. I'm not judging nobody, but that shit is just crazy. Like to focus your whole life around that. Like, no, I'd rather just get my own shit, not worry or depend on nobody or what they have, and just just like Jada waited. That's the type of bitch I like. Like she got
Hey,
her own
she
shit.
I was gonna
She
say
got her own status.
she's a hustler though. She's a hustler. I give her
Yeah.
that. She's out there making
Very
moves and she's grinding.
businesswoman, entrepreneur, like
Yep.
that's someone who women should look up to. I mean, besides all the crazy shit that's happened, but like as a business woman and as a woman in general and how you carry yourself to the public, like she gets it all for me. Like I love me some Jada for sure.
Yeah, she she reminds me of, well, I don't want to compare the two because I think they both are in their own lanes and they got their own thing. But with Jada Wada, also with Ari Fletcher, I feel like
Oh yeah.
she's another one who's a hustler. She's got her own show, her cooking show. It's just like I look at women like them, and it's just like, okay, they didn't just jump on a man or jump on something to just say, hey, look at me, now I'm getting
To feed
money.
off from him and his
Right,
status and what
right,
his accomplishments. Like, no, they're like, fuck that. Like, I'm building my own brand, and that's what they both
right,
have done. I feel the same way about Ari. I love Ari too. Like, she's not someone's a rapper's girlfriend or a rapper's BM. No, that's Ari Fletcher. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
she
Well,
made that for
she
herself.
had, it was clear. It was like she had plans, she had ideas, she had shit ready to go. So when it was time, she was like, "We're doing this. I've got the moment. So watch this."
Right.
And
No, absolutely.
you can't be mad at it. You can't be mad at it. You can't be fucking mad at it.
No, look, that's what I'm saying. Like, boss bitches, get your own shit. So you don't have to defend, like, depend. I said defend. Oh my goodness. That's how I know I'm fucking tired. But you don't have to depend on anyone but yourself. At the end of the day, you can't depend on anyone but yourself.
Right,
That's why it's important to get everything yourself. Like, I'm a firm believer. I will rather fucking struggle to the pits of the earth than depend on someone. And that's why I work so hard to just do multiple things to get my life the way I wanted to be an entrepreneur, to have multiple businesses, because I just want to, I only depend on myself. I can't depend on anyone. I
nope.
can't. And that's always been my mindset. I don't ask for anything from anyone. I don't care what you have, your status. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. I will never ask for a freaking dime because that's not my money. That's not my money. I can't depend on someone else's hardworking money or whatever they got going on. I just can't. And I just feel like that's why I try to tell people, like, look, stop trying to chase someone else's money. We could be chasing your own money. Put that energy into your own money than into someone else's money. It'll last way longer. Like, it'll be longevity in it. You will have shit to
Way
show
longer.
for it that you did for yourself. So
Exactly. And
that's
that's
just how I feel on that.
well, I feel like, like I said, I'm really, when I see with them and what they've accomplished and the things that they're doing, it proves that it is possible. Um, it's possible, and nobody should think that, like, okay, let me just ride this little wave. Let me just get this little bit of money, this fast cash. No, have a plan. If you're going to be with
Long
somebody
term.
who's in the line, if you're going to be with somebody who's in the limelight, you're going to be with somebody who's accomplishing things. Have a plan for yourself.
Long term. People
Long
think
term,
short term.
exactly. Yep,
Think
exactly.
long term. Long term. That's the problem with people. They think short term. They want the fast money. They want the fast results, instant results. But that's
Yep.
just it. It doesn't last at all. And that's proven.
No, and I
Gotta
think you
have a
see,
plan.
like,
Gotta have a plan.
unless you just go on a reality TV show and you just basically it's like, well, I didn't do shit all, so I'm here on a reality TV show so I can be messy and I'm a wife of somebody.
Here we go. I mean, that's another route. I mean, but you know what?
Yep. All else fails, go
One
reality
person on
TV. You're the
reality
wife of
TV that I
somebody.
will always give props to. Actually, there's two of them now. It's New York and it's
Oh
Jocelyn.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Those two have really, really, really created personality in reality TV, like hands down,
You
hands
know,
fucking down.
Jocelyn, man, she with all the criticism she's faced and everything she's been through with like the whole Stevie J dude and all that shit, I gotta give it to her, man. She came out on the other side of this thing, and she is I think she was so determined. She's like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna have something. I don't know." Maybe she didn't know what it was yet,
Yeah,
but
no clue, but she
she
knew. She
she's
had
like,
that
"I'm gonna
hope,
fucking keep
that vision.
working, and I'm gonna get something out of this bullshit."
It's always the vision that keeps you going.
Yep.
As long as you have a vision and you're relentless and you're determined, you don't have to know what it is at the time because later on it's going to be something that you never expected. And now look at you. That's what I
Every
believe
time.
in. That's why I'm like, yeah, relentless, never stopping. I don't care what comes my way, never stopping.
Right. Well, speaking of reality TV show, we've got a clip that we need to show the world too, because this reality TV shit, there's got to be something to it, especially if Druski is jumping on this shit. Let's get into that.
In real life.
That's good, handsome.
You see what I got going on?
Good.
First time got
He
me
said
figured out.
handsome.
I be wearing white beaters like that. We can share
Hey,
clothes.
Right.
That
I
was-
can
that-
save a lot of money.
I
That's what
already
I'm
see.
here
Yeah,
for.
you already good with me.
Thank you.
Go
man.
ahead, take it in the house. What's your name?
Brenton.
Brenton.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah.
What's your government?
Amber.
I knew it. I knew it. Okay, Brendan. Okay, Brendan. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, get in the house.
All right.
good, T.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your pants sagging. Don't
Okay, let me pull it up a little bit.
Yeah, you. Man, that nigga, hey, he got a build on his ass. Nah, for real. On a serious note, he got a great stature, great build to him. But, you know, I just got to figure out where his mind at. I mean, her. I got to figure out where her mind at. Just because I feel like anybody that hide behind their dreads got something that they hiding in general.
Is that true? I mean,
Damn. He said, what did he say? He said, anybody that's got something hiding behind their dreads has got, what would he say?
shit, something to hide. Yeah, that ugly face. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, because there's some fine ass dreadheads. So don't kill me. But yeah. Druski, you know what? Like I said, Druski, fuck look, I'm gonna just say this. Fuck pretending to be in love with him. I will actually be I would fuck with Druski without being paid. Fuck the Ruby Rose situation.
That's one
Fuck
funny
that.
motherfucker right
He
there.
is funny. Like, I love funny men. Like, instantly. Fuck, you don't have to pay me to be with you. I will fuck with you for real. Like, fuck
His ass
that.
said, I'm trying to figure out. He said, I'm trying to figure him. I mean, her out.
He's such a clown. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Drewski, he can get it for sure. He's funny. He can get it.
He said he's got
You
a
can
build
get it.
on him. He's got a build on him.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Did you see the one clip? It was like a small person, and then a small person was a waiter.
Nugget. He calls her Nugget.
Did you see that clip though?
Yeah.
When she first walks up, and I forgot what he says, and then there's like a small person who's a waiter who comes with the drinks, and they're just looking at each other. Like, who the fuck thinks of that? That is insane.
You know, he's been on this whole tirade of like studs. That's been his thing lately. He's been studs.
I love it. It just
And,
gives like old reality TV.
Yeah.
I love it. Like I said, like Jackass. It gives stunts like Jackass, Robin.
Yeah, like you got the Jackass.
What's the name of that show? Robin. Damn. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Which one? You said what's it about? Oh, you talking about Rob Deirdrick and you talking about Rob and
his friend, and he passed away.
Yeah, that was Big Black, Robin Big Black.
Big Black. Yeah, that show, hilarious. Like all those old shows back then, that's what his show gives right now. And I live for it. I live for that era.
The old early 2000s vibe of the old dating shows with like Flavor Flav and all them guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when I went to
excited.
Flav's house, I got to, I Freeway took me to Flav's house, and I got to see his old posters through his hallway, walking through his house, seeing his old posters, and man, it was like it was nostalgia.
Iconic.
Iconic. It was nostalgia when I saw all that stuff. I was just like, I was like, man, like, I didn't say it, but I'm thinking to myself as I'm walking with him through the hallway, I'm like, this is bringing me back to like my
This is
teenage.
history. What do you
Yeah,
mean? It's like a
exactly.
museum. This is history.
It's bringing me back to my teenage years of like, damn, like I was just a kid living with my parents still, coming home from school to watch this shit because it was just the comedy from it,
Yeah. No, it was that. What a time to be alive and
Yep.
watch reality TV. Like
Running
reality
home to
TV
watch
will
some good
never
old
be the
VH1,
same. VH1 and MTV, those two, but
Yep.
VH1, my favorite. VH1, hands down. Oh my goodness. It
No,
will
it
never be
was
the same. Never be the same.
and I think that's why Drewski's show was such a big hit because he's revisiting the old days. I think
That
he's
nostalgia. Yeah.
that nostalgia, and I think he knows that like a lot of people our age are the ones really still watching YouTube and really involved in this shit. So he's smart. He knew. He goes, all right, I'm gonna make a show for the millennials, but with a comedy twist on it. Like he knew, because let's face it, these Gen Zers, he was another thing he was smart about. He said, I'm gonna make a show that the millennials can appreciate, plus with some comedy, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it all clipped up to go on a TikTok so the Gen Z people can also watch it at the same time. So he's smart. He's hitting all the
It's a
angles,
win-win.
and
He's very smart. He knows what he's doing, and I love that.
yep,
Like he's smart, he's funny, all of the above.
yep. Hey, watch out,
I
Drewski.
love that.
You gain Leah as a fan. You better watch out, Drewski. She
I'm
coming.
such a fan. You don't have to pay me either.
Drewski, she's not a stud, but hey, listen.
Love don't cost a thing over here, baby. It doesn't. Doesn't.
Oh,
Oh
but
man.
you know what? I uh I think that this world of chaos, we got to have a good hour of showing these people exactly what it's all about.
Absolutely.
What's going on in this world? There's comedy and everything, comedy in politics, comedy with Drewski, and even with Future's hoes exposing him. And they should find comedy though. They are the ones that need to find the comedy. Keep us
They
entertained.
do because it's just a lot of just negative energy just being wasted. Like I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I will never understand. Never understand exposing stuff. Never understand like just that mindset. But hey, I can't judge, to each their own. I just don't understand it.
That's right. That's right. Well, lay it on the table, fans. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you
tuning
so
in to
much
us. Thank
for
you.
joining us.
That's right. We're gonna bring you all the chaos, all the fuckery, everything you
All
love.
right.
We're gonna wrap it all into an hour to hour and a half for you guys.
Yep, yep. And there's more new and good things to come. You guys just you wait on it.
More to
You wait on
come.
it. There's a
And look
lot
out
coming our way, your
and look
way.
out for Doll Talk. Doll Talk is coming soon. So make sure
Yes,
you
coming
guys look
very,
out
very
for it.
soon. It's got some good things on the way here. I'm so excited.
All
Of
right.
course, I have my awesome host here who's going to be helping a lot with that as well. So I'm very excited to bring Doll Talk to this platform, New Entertainment TV.
We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it
Gonna
happen.
make that shit happen like we always do.
That's right. All
All
right,
right,
lay on table
everyone. Thanks
fans.
so much for joining us. We do appreciate you as always. And until next time, see ya.
All right. We just